ordinary teachers teach. Okay, go ahead.
They teach knowledge of the field and subject matter.
Okay, go ahead.
Why a field is important and worth studying.
Okay, keep going.
The value of the mind. The joy of learning. A process.
Just a second. Keep going.
A process of understanding.
Okay, keep going.
Creative, reflective, and analytical thinking.
Okay.
Logic and reason.
Okay, keep going. That's kind of the same. Keep going.
Standards of responsible citizenship.
Keep going.
Values.
Keep going.
Mutual respect.
Okay, keep going.
The value of hard work.
Okay.
Attitudes.
Okay.
How to do research.
Okay, that's probably enough for now. All right? Yes? Okay? Patricia? Yeah? Okay. Okay, that works. Thank you. Good idea. Don't worry about this. Okay? I don't know why I didn't think that before, but that's okay. Somebody else did. So, cooperative learning. Yeah, I got a projector there. Why wouldn't I just put on a projector? Exactly. Okay, so take a look at this list. And I want you to think about this now. We're going to go back to our groups, talking sort of 2s and 3s. Okay? I'll rely on you guys to form groups. I want you to think about this, chalk there, from sort of 2 points of view. Okay? And using 3 sort of focus questions, if you like. So now I'll go back and I got my board here. Now I can use it. Since I got the great suggestion from Neat and Mark, why don't you just put it on the overhead? Yes, exactly. So now we can do. I want you to look at it from 2 points of view. What is on this list? Well, obviously you're like, well, what's on this list is I can just read. So hang in there. It's not just saying what's on the list, okay? What is on the list? What is not on the list? This is, okay, so now, I got to be honest with you, of these questions, 2 questions, this one is more important. Because like you probably already discovered, what is on the list, I can just say what's on the list, right? Of course. But what is not on the list, and then this question is even more important. Related to the second question. This, why? So this is sort of a double star question, if you like. In other words, do you see what I'm trying to get you to do? I want you to think of this from the point of view of, okay, obviously Dr. Stephenson has looked at a whole lot of teachers. And this has been compiled based on people that are extraordinary in the field of education, that have done some writing in this book for him. Okay? And then he said, well, okay, there's certain things that come on there, but there's certain things that are not on there. Okay? And why is that? Why do you think it is? Okay, so talk about that. It may seem a little easier than it actually is. It's actually a little bit, it's kind of a difficult question, the third one. Okay? And I don't necessarily have the answer to it. I can't say, well, you guys are wrong, this is why. Okay? But I want you to talk about that. Does everybody know what I want you to do? Everybody understand? So can you go back and go into your groups and do that now, please? Take about 5, 7, 8 minutes, something like that. Please talk amongst yourselves now, okay? What is on there, then what's not on there, and why? What is it he's trying to do with this list? Ideas? or any kind of question. Is there anything right now that people want to ask about it? We just sort of, I'm going to ask you in a minute for your input on this particular list of behaviors and things that teachers do. But before we do that, are there any questions on anything?
So teachers do or teach?
What teachers teach. Okay, so, well, yeah, it's similar, but yeah, it's not exactly the same, right? Okay, so let's look at what he's come up with here. Now keep in mind, this is sort of a survey approach. He's taken 36 people that are well respected in the profession and that have written articles for him or been interviewed for this book, and then he's come up with this list, okay? And if I ask you, what do you think he's trying to do with this? Why are there certain things on, which really is the same question, by the way. If I say, why is something on the list and something else not on the list? Or I say to you, what is the goal of this? What is he trying to accomplish? It's kind of the same question, okay? It actually is the same question, it's just phrased differently, okay? So, why are there certain things not appearing or appearing on this? Or what is he trying to do? What is the goal? What do you think about that? You just had a chance to have a discussion over this. What kind of conclusions did you come up with? What kind of ideas? Let's hear some of them. Okay? Yeah?
He's trying to benchmark the characteristics of a good teacher or an excellent teacher. He's trying to make it scientific, he's trying to make it measurable, he's trying to define it in addition to qualities.
I like that word, benchmark. How many of you guys are familiar with the term benchmark? Benchmark, excellent teachers. So benchmark is like you go up to a park bench, right? And you take your marker and you write something and there's a mark on the bench. What's the smile with that? Okay, yeah, what? Go ahead. Kind of like that, a plan. Benchmark is where you want to get or where you are, right? So if you say this is a benchmark, it can mean that it's somewhere you're trying to get to. Sometimes we talk about testing. We say, let's benchmark the students. You give a test, find out where they are, and then you set goals for where they want to go, right? Okay, so he's trying to, I would agree with that. This is sort of a list of the characteristics that mark excellence in teaching. What else? One of the things I had a discussion with some people in the back here and said, well, and I think Mark and I talked about this as well. One of the things that's not on that list, which many teachers would put as one of their first things, does not appear. How to memorization of key things, right, Lakshmi? Why do you think that's not on there?
I don't think that's good for a teacher to, I mean, if you learn something, you're supposed to remember it if you actually understand it, rather than just mugging up.
Okay, so it's understanding before memory, or understanding facilitates memory, right? Okay, let me ask you guys, how many of you have ever heard of this sort of dichotomy, if you want? Dichotomy meaning when there's two things. Process and product. A process